Hi there, gorgeous. Hope you're having a fabulous day. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I make videos like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you'd like to be notified of new content in the future, please subscribe, and thank you if you do. Today's video is fun. No rules. Doing whatever we want. Just playing in makeup. This concept came to me out of the clear blue sky. I looked it up on YouTube just to see if anybody had done it. I don't see that anyone has, so I think I'm the first one. If not, that's okay too. I'm just putting it out there that I just wanted to create a full face using every single color from the rainbow and see if I could do it in a wearable fashion. So it's not going to be crazy. Like, I'm not going to put red on my eyes. I'm going to keep it realistic. I'm going to try to make it look as normal as possible, because I feel like sometimes that can be challenging when we take on some of these really fun makeup challenges, is that they're a lot of fun to create, but at the same time, you don't want to look crazy at the end. You do want to be able to say, hey, I could go out in public and I might actually like to wear this. So that's the concept behind this today and how I'm going to be approaching the video. So you know, we all learned the colors of the rainbow when we were kids. If you've forgotten, Roy G. Biv, I'm going to put it up here, right here on the screen for you. We are going to be using red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. I think part of this came to me too because my son is starting to learn the colors of the rainbow, and I get a lot of inspiration from watching some of these kids shows, let me tell you. That's all I watch anymore. So I already have an eyeshadow primer applied. I used the Milani one today, and I am going to begin on the eyes using a new palette from Wet n Wild. This is one that they just put out as part of their Jungle Rock collection that was done in collaboration with Bretman Rock. So that is why I'm choosing this palette, because it is so colorful and there are a lot of rainbow shades in here. And by the way, this is a collection that I will be reviewing in Friday's video if you've been curious about it. First shade I'm taking from this palette is our violet shade. So this is the one called Flamingo. I can't with these names. And this is a real pinky purple. I'm going to apply this into the crease. Whew, no purple there. That's just straight pink. Okay, let me use, instead, let's go ahead and apply a little bit over on this eye so that we have things matching here. Okay, I know there's no pink in the rainbow, but just hang in there with me, okay? I'm going in with the Juvia's Place Violets palette. I'm going to take this shade right here, which is more violet. Going to apply that in the crease over the top of that pink, and we'll get more of that pinky purple here. Actually, what I'm going to do is go back to the Bretman Rock palette, use the shade Feline myself, and I'm going to use a little bit of this, which is more of a purple than a pink, like the first one that I used, and apply this into the outer portion of the crease. Got a pretty good base going there, so I'm going to go in with a deeper purple, and this is going to be our indigo shade. And I think I'm going to use this one from the Juvia's Place Violets palette. And I'm going to deepen that outer V with this shade. And I'm also applying this to the outer third of the eye. Now I was eyeing the blue in the Bretman Rock palette, and it's a little too dark for what I'm looking for, and I'll show you what I mean. I mean, this is just, it's a beautiful blue, but if I combine it up with those eyes, I feel like it's going to get lost somewhere in there. So I want a little bit of a lighter blue. Going to the Wet n Wild 32 pan palette, I'm going to take that one right there, which, by the way, this shade is also in the Not a Basic Peach palette that Wet n Wild puts out, so you can also find it there. And I'm going to be applying it wet with a setting spray and then putting it right into the blank spot on the inner 2/3 of the lid. I don't wear blue and purple together enough, but when you do, you can see how, oh, they're so pretty when paired up with one another. And then for the waterline, I'm taking Maybelline's Lasting Drama. I love this pencil. This is in the shade Silken Turquoise, and I'm going to line there. This is not a straight blue color, obviously. It's more greenish blue, and I chose it because I'm going to be adding that green on the lower lash line, so I feel like with the blue green there, it's going to help that green conform into the look a little better. Now I want to darken the upper lash line a little bit. So what I'm doing is taking some of this black from the Wet n Wild palette, and I'm going to smudge it along the upper lash line. Not a lot though, I just want a little bit because I want to define it without detracting from the blue and purple. And then I'm going back with more of that indigo shade from the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm taking a smudging brush and I'm going to use that to softly smudge out the black line. Before I add the green to the lower lash line, I need to obviously clean this up a little bit, put some base face on, and do my lashes, my brows, and all that, so I'll be right back. Got the full face applied. For everything I used, I'll have it listed and linked for you below in the description box. Going back to the Bretman Rock palette, I'm taking this shade called Venomous, which is a beautiful green, and applying that directly under the lower lash line. And here's where you start to see how that blue on the waterline helps this green to really mold into the look a lot better. The way that I envisioned the rest of the face, you could do this one of two ways. I'm afraid if I tell you the way that I had originally envisioned this, you're going to want to see it, so we may just end up doing it. But I'll just explain to you what I was thinking for the face and the remainder of the colors that we have for the rainbow. So remaining is red, orange, and yellow because we've used everything else on the eyes so far. What I had thought when I was thinking about this look was to do red, orange, yellow on the cheeks and then blend it so it looked like a sunrise on the cheeks, and I think that may be what I will do. The other way you could do this, if you want to keep this look more wearable, is apply the orange and the yellow. So do an orange blush with a yellow highlighter and then put the red on the lips. That's if you want to be more wearable, but I think I want to step outside of my comfort zone a little bit. And we do have a red eyeshadow here. Two can play that game. That's what it's called. Let's try that. Let's try to create a sunrise on the cheeks here. I'm taking a flat brush. This is one from Wet n Wild. It's their P50, and I'm loading it up with that red eyeshadow. And I'm going to use it as contour. Yes. Sure. I know it's extreme, I know. Hey, just follow along with me, okay? And then I'm taking this orange from LA Girl's Island Hottie blush palette. I think I want to use, let's use this one. And I'm going to apply that directly above the red and begin to blend the two. Do the same thing over here. I'm going to use a more fluffy brush this time to apply the blush so it's not as densely packed as the other side. I had to do a lot of blending on the other side. Just create. I mean, this is the type of stuff we did when we were kids, right? I mean, I can remember getting into my mom's makeup and just playing around. And I love to see Jet do it with mine because it's like, I mean, he is so creative. I posted a picture recently on Instagram of him doing my makeup for me. It was so cute. And this is where I learned. I learned not to use cool colors on the face because it does end up looking like a bruise, which, you know, a lot of people were saying, oh, he could be a special effects makeup artist. And there's a good point. I mean, his blend of colors was impeccable. I feel like I did a better job over here than I did over here. So what I'm going to do is take this side off and redo it just because I can. The first time I applied it was I applied too much, too much. So I'm going to go back and lightly take a little bit so it's more faded. And it's easier to blend that way too. The brush I used to apply the blush also matters. I figured out that a more fluffy brush helps the whole thing to look a little bit more blended and seamless also. Not that you would try this, but if you do try it, I mean, it's a lot of fun to experiment with blending colors like this. Now see, that's much better. It's not as vibrant of a red as we started out with. And I think that's where I initially went wrong, was I really wanted you to see the red, but this is workable too. Now for the yellow, the last color in the rainbow, I am taking King of the Jungle, that bright yellow up there from the Bretman Rock palette, and I'm going to use this as my highlighter and applying that right at the top. Yes, girl. Yes. And I'm going to lightly blend, because I don't want to lose the color. I want you to see that yellow. Oh, you could see it. You could see it. Look. Oh my, yes. And for the lips, like I said, you could use the red here instead of on the cheeks if you wanted to keep it a little bit more wearable. I'm just going to apply a nude gloss. I'm using NYX's Fortune Cookie because my face speaks for itself. So if there are any other fun makeup challenges out there you'd like to see me try, feel free to leave your comments, suggestions below. I'll take them into consideration. I really love this. I love being able to play with the different colors here today, and I like that cheek transition a lot more than I thought that I would, and I'm glad I stepped outside my comfort zone to create it and just see what it would look like on the skin, because it's actually really pretty. And if I sheared out that red a little bit more, I mean, this would be, I'd wear it in public, sure, why not? Thank you so much for being here, for taking the time to watch, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.